You work 40, maybe 50 hours a week. You do everything you are supposed to do. Yet, the moment the paycheck arrives, the money is already spoken for. The anxiety of watching your bank account drain to zero every single month is exhausting. When you are stuck in that cycle, the only escape route seems to be a sudden stroke of luck. We convince ourselves that a massive promotion, a winning lottery ticket, or an unexpected inheritance will finally fix the math. But this exact frustration existed thousands of years ago. In ancient Babylon, a chariot builder named Bansir and a musician named Kobbi faced the exact same problem. They were highly skilled, they worked from dawn to dusk, and yet their purses were completely empty. They realized they were laboring tirelessly to pay everyone else. They gave their silver to the baker for food, to the shoemaker for sandals, and to the tailor for clothes. They kept absolutely nothing for themselves. The money simply passed through their hands into someone else's pocket. The cure for this cycle was excavated from the ruins of their civilization. This mathematical progression, mapped out centuries ago, provides a systematic path toward stability that functions entirely outside the realm of modern luck. Lasting financial independence is the direct result of applying these ancient, proven systems, rules that govern human behavior and basic mathematics, to keep money from slipping through your fingers. The first step is escaping the abyss, and the ancient texts illustrate this through Dabasir. He was a man who spent far beyond his means, accumulated crushing debt, and ultimately fled his home, reducing himself to literal slavery. Dabasir's turnaround began with a psychological shift. He had to decide if he possessed the soul of a slave or of a free man. A victim hides from creditors. A free man takes absolute accountability for his situation and faces the people he owes. This chart shows his formula, the 10-20-70 rule. 70% caps your living expenses. 20% is aggressively deployed to pay down past debts. The final 10% is non-negotiable. You pay yourself first, keeping it as untouched seed capital for future wealth. This retained 10% is what actually creates luck. Pure chance is incredibly rare. True luck happens when strict preparation meets the right opportunity. Having that seed capital means you are finally prepared to act when a good deal crosses your path. This rule is an engineered mechanism. It systematically erases past mistakes, builds capital for future opportunities, and avoids total financial starvation. Once you actually have that baseline of capital, a new problem emerges. What exactly do you do with it? Money sitting idle in a purse is just sleeping. A young Babylonian named Nomos was given a bag of gold, but lost it all betting on horses and trusting incompetent advisors. He recovered by reading the codified laws of investing, etched in clay. The core law: money must become a diligent worker, multiplying when guided by proven experts. It flees those who chase get-rich-quick schemes. Generating wealth introduces one final vulnerability. Once you have built a substantial amount of capital, you immediately become a target, and you have to defend it. When foreign armies besieged Babylon, the citizens survived because earlier generations had constructed massive, unyielding walls. In modern finance, your walls are emergency funds, insurance policies, and a diversified portfolio. This defense applies to relationships through wise kindness. You can help friends, but cannot risk your protected capital to bail out their poor decisions. Doing the hard work to generate wealth is useless if you leave the gates wide open. You need ironclad defensive structures to protect your assets from both market volatility and misplaced charity. Wealth building operates as an unfeeling, highly predictable machine. When you provide the correct inputs, the system produces the expected output, removing the chaotic randomness of a lottery. These Babylonian principles map perfectly onto modern personal finance because the variables haven't changed. The core drivers of human nature, our greed, our fear, and our constant desire to procrastinate, are exactly the same today as they were 4,000 years ago. Translating these ancient laws into modern practice has been a continuous generational transfer of knowledge. The rules have been handed down precisely because they work, regardless of the century. The complete blueprint requires 3 disciplines: the restraint to save a fraction of what you earn, the wisdom to multiply it through experts, and the walls to protect it from risk. So it leaves you with a choice. When your next paycheck arrives, whose pocket will it ultimately end up in? Yours or someone else's? You work